What's good, everyone? How y'all doing today? I'm sure at this point y'all know who the hell I am. I'm Mark. How y'all doing? Today, got the Smith & Wesson SD9VE on me. I would have the stick in here like I normally do. However, I have faith that one day I'm going to be monetized on my shit, and I don't want anything to say here and, fuck with that. But today's video is about, excuse me, my apologies. Today's video is my thoughts on Biden's assault weapons ban that he keeps trying to propose. Here's the big issue with this assault weapons ban. The name, the details, the fact that he's proposing it, the unconstitutionality, we'll get into all that, all right? So first off, the name, assault weapons ban. Assault weapon is a made-up term. It was made up by anti-gunners, or it was made up by an anti-gun movement to simply sit here and confuse the common people who don't understand a lot about firearms into thinking that semi-automatic rifles are machine guns, fully automatic machine guns. That is a huge, huge, huge deal. That is basically them sitting here saying, hey, we think all the other Americans in this world are stupid. That's something we can't stand for. You know what I mean? That's just huge right there. All right? That's one of the biggest parts that I want to bring up about this very topic, is that the reason why they do that is because they do think, yes, all the other Americans are stupid enough to not do their research. So please, when you see a bill like an assault weapons ban, do your research on what it entails, on what the words mean. Don't assume what they mean. Go ahead and look up definitions to be 100%. Excuse me. All right, that's a huge, huge, huge issue. Now, y'all may ask me, oh, well, what about an assault rifle? Yes, an assault rifle is a legitimate weapon. That is a legitimate category of weapon, or a legitimate category of firearm, at least. I wouldn't put it in the same fucking category as like a sword or nothing, two different worlds. But, all right, with a assault rifle, that's a fully automatic rifle that is often used in the military, or at least by, not in the military like the United States military, but by other countries' militaries or things like that, or was used, if not is in use. Those are two completely different things. Completely different things. An AR-15, a semi-automatic rifle, all right, with intermediate sized cartridge, is labeled an assault weapon. Okay, but, for example, a AK-47 in other countries, all right, I'm not going to sit here and say other countries and just cause issues because there's no point in that right now, are fully automatic AKs. Those are what you would call an assault rifle in that sense. You know what I mean? And now, granted, my definition of assault rifle is probably not the exact definition. However, that's the best way I kind of categorize it to myself. All right. So if I'm wrong on anything, by all means, please correct me. I'm a reasonable person. I'm more than willing to listen. You know what I mean? Sorry about that. I keep hitting my charger, which is knocking my phone around over there. Get away, fucking gnat. But that is a huge, huge, huge deal with the name assault weapons ban. All right. Now, another part is, what do they consider an assault weapon exactly? All right. Well, we know they consider an AR-15 one. We are pretty sure they consider AK-47s another one. But here's the deal, though. They say, at least the left is what's saying this, because that's who's proposing this, assault weapons ban. All right. That the left is saying that most mass shootings tend to happen with assault weapons. Well, the only things they have said that they believe are assault weapons, which once again is a made-up term, is the AR-15 and the AK-47. However, that's just statistically not true. I don't remember the exact percentage, but I can tell you right now, without a doubt, more people are killed with knives and with just hands and feet than with AR-15s or AK-47, maybe not AK-47s, all right? We're talking in America, at least, when I say more people have been killed. I mean, but my entire fucking point is that the thought that, oh yeah, well, an assault weapons ban, the name, it just sounds like, oh yeah, we're just trying to ban something that might be bad for you. That's the biggest issue. They want you guys to think that these things are bad for you, when in all reality, they are just things. It's not that they're good or bad for you, it's that they are tools. Is a hammer good or bad for you? Hell, it depends on the situation. If you have to put a nail into the wall or some shit, yeah, a hammer's probably good. If you're trying to go to sleep, I don't think a hammer's the best. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's just common sense here. You know what I mean? My apologies about that. As y'all may have known, you know, I said in the last, not the last video, yesterday and the other videos, that I got this cough. It's been going around Florida. But back to the proposed assault weapons ban that Biden, you know, proposed. The details, all right? What is in this that is supposed to be banned are any handguns, any rifles, any shotguns that are all capable of accepting a detachable magazine. One of these. A magazine that you can take out of the gun. Always double check. That is proposed in the assault weapons ban. That would mean we're back to the cowboy days, essentially. Revolvers, single shots, fucking double shots, bolt actions. You see what I mean? And I look, nobody is going to sit here and try arguing with me more and more that, oh, well, they just want people to be safe. I fucking want people to be safe. I'm not happy that people are getting killed in mass shootings and shit like that. But I'll be honest with you guys, it's not anywhere near what you guys think when you guys are saying, oh yeah, well, let's just get rid of the guns. That's not like that's going to be the effectiveness. Oh, let's ban all different types of guns. Let's look at Canada. All right, Canada just banned handguns completely, if I'm not mistaken. They froze all handgun sales, and now they banned it just, if I'm not mistaken, they've just banned buying them all completely. There's no more getting handguns or, if I'm not mistaken, any of these assault weapons. Oh shit, the boogeyman's gonna come up. They still have mass shootings. They still have mass stabbings. They still have insane amounts of violence. There's no doubt about that. There's violence everywhere in the world. People who are violent are going to find ways to be violent. Criminals are going to be violent, most likely. That's just a plain and simple matter of fact that y'all got to understand. Y'all got to accept. All right? Banning things isn't going to help anything like that. Hell, Australia, they banned guns completely. Years ago, they banned guns completely. All right? Guess what? They just had a mass shooting, y'all. They just had a mass fucking shooting. What does that tell y'all? It tells y'all that it's not an effective method of stopping these situations by just banning things. Banning things isn't the proper way to do it. Guess what? People make an argument, you know, oh yeah, well, these gun control groups are doing good. For example, think about back in the days when drunk driving was a huge issue. You know, Mothers Against Drunk Driving. Yes, Mothers Against Drunk Driving did do a pretty solid job of helping out, you know, with the drunk driving fatalities that were happening. It lowered a good amount. However, do you know what they never proposed? Ever. They have never even said, let's do this. They never said, let's ban cars. They never said, let's ban certain types of car because a kid got ran over with it. That's what's happening currently right now with firearms. Oh, we want to ban the AR-15 because a mass shooting happened with it. Cool, more mass shootings happen with pistols. Are you going to ban those too? That's a huge deal. This is stuff that people are not fully understanding. And the fact that the details of the assault weapons ban clearly states that any firearm accepting a detachable magazine would be banned is I'll put my money on the table. You know, I'll bet the farm and say over 50% of firearms in the country, in the United States. I know that for a fact. That's why I'm putting the farm on the table. You know what I mean? But like, that's insane. That's not possible in any way, shape, or form. And guess what? If you don't comply with that, you know what you are? You're now a criminal. The fact that you wanted a firearm that can protect you in a good and proper way and not giving it up because of a stupid ass fucking ban that makes 0 sense makes you a criminal, apparently. Well, you know what, guys? I guess in that case, call me a fucking criminal. Because if that assault weapons ban passes, you're going to have to pry these from my cold fucking dead hands. And you know what? You know what the funny thing is going to be? You're not going to be able to. You know why? I won't have them. I'll have lost them in a boating accident. I'm in Florida. People go boating a lot. You know what I mean? But that is a huge, huge, huge deal. All right. Now, on to the next part. The fact that Biden proposed this. All right. Now, keep in mind, he said with, I believe it was the sister of a Parkland victim, may all souls, you know, lost in, or excuse me, may all the lives lost in mass shootings, may their souls rest in peace. But the whole point that I'm getting at is that the sister of a Parkland victim sat there and did a little interview with Biden, and Biden was talking about how, oh yeah, well, you know, I helped push the ban back in 94. It was, well, no, he said 92 or 93, I believe, but he's talking about the assault weapons ban of 1994. However, they, you know, when it came out for reconsideration, they decided not to. So then, yeah. Well, no, what exactly fucking happened, all right, was that, yes, there was an assault weapons ban in 1994 to 2004. Do you know what happened? Gun violence didn't change at all. At all. It didn't go down. It might have even went up, realistically. I'm not 100% sure. I don't have the statistics in front of me, and I'm recording this off my phone, so I couldn't tell you. However, what I can tell you is that it didn't go down. Literally, like, it was inconclusive, is how the government stated that its effects, if any, were inconclusive at best. What does that tell you guys? It's not a way of just banning it. And the fact that the president is sitting here trying to recommend this, say, oh yeah, let's put this bill over here where we're banning the most popular rifle and the most popular handguns, the most popular, I won't say shotguns, because I'm not sure about that part, but the most popular rifles and handguns in the country are being, you know, he's proposing that we ban them. That is insane. That is completely fucked up. That shows the level of corruption on their end. They don't care about you guys. They don't want any of us to sit here and have the best tools to defend our lives. Plain and simple. But guess what? You ready for this? They're surrounded by people with guns. You won't see the president go nowhere without a bunch of fucking Secret Service people. You know why? Because he wants his life to be protected by armed people. Cool. Well, if he wants his life to be protected by armed people, why the fuck can't we? Why can't we arm ourselves and protect our lives? Tell me. Oh, well, you can, but you just can't have an assault weapon. All my firearms are considered assault weapons. I have basic pistols currently. I don't even have a rifle yet. I'm getting one soon. I don't have one yet, though. So you see what the hell I'm talking about? That makes zero fucking sense. Assault weapon. Assault weapon. That's all by his standards, not mine. Because I don't even fucking believe in the term. It's a made-up term. Y'all already know this. Assault weapon. Assault weapon. You see the issue with this? You see the inconsistency with the fact that our president, who is completely surrounded by people who have firearms, not exactly like these, not these makes and models, obviously, but similar to these, to use to protect himself. He doesn't give a fuck about us. He doesn't care if we're able to protect ourselves or not. That's not his issue. He's protected. That's all he gives a fuck about. Y'all got to understand that. That's a huge deal. That's a big reason to not vote for this assault weapons ban. All right, that is a huge, huge deal. All of this is fucking huge. I'm sorry that I'm stressing this all out to y'all, but it is huge. Excuse me. Get a little nicotine in me. I get worked up talking about politics because that shit really fucking upsets me. The last part, the unconstitutionality. All right. The Second Amendment doesn't say, "Oh well, the right of the people to possess and bear arms." They said that's what it says. It doesn't say the right of the people to possess and bear arms that aren't assault weapons. It says arms exclusively. You know why? Because yes, back then when it was written, they had muskets and things like that. But they understand technology changes. Things change. All right? That's just the truth of the matter. You know what I mean? That's not a bad thing. Things change, it's good. You know what I mean? We have better weapons to defend our homes with than we did way back when they first fucking wrote the Second Amendment. That's for damn sure. And I'll be honest with you guys, it's unconstitutional as hell to sit here and say, you know what, just because you want the best tools to protect yourself, your family, your home, whatever it is, you're the fucking bad guy. Tell me that. You're the bad guy for wanting to do that. You're that's not part of the Constitution. No. Just revolvers, bolt action, single barrels, and double barrel shotguns. That's all it's allowed. That is all that's allowed. Oh, and muskets, of course. You know, we can't forget about muskets. That's what the left keeps saying. The Second Amendment was written strictly for it, was muskets. But we're not going to get into that. The unconstitutionality of the assault weapons ban is absolutely fucking sickening. All right? It is the same level of unconstitutionality as Canada, and this is true. Canada has laws, for example, for transgender people. Let's say a guy wants to say he's a woman. We all know he's still a fucking guy, all right? But if you call him as a guy, you've committed a hate crime, you've broken laws there, you're going to go to jail. It's about as unconstitutional as that. Breaking the First Amendment of freedom of speech over something that little is the exact level of unconstitutional as a fucking assault weapons ban, quote unquote. That is something that I cannot stress enough to you guys. It's a direct violation of our rights that are given to us at birth. And here's something I do want to point out to you guys. Even if the Constitution didn't say that, are you ready for this? The Constitution also states that we already had these rights prior to it, even if it didn't state it. Because it didn't state it because it didn't exist. It's a quick little history lesson for y'all. You know, the right to fight off a tyrannical government, the right to self-preservation is above pretty much everything else. That's the truth of the matter. You know what I mean? That's what our country was founded off of. And that's one of the reasons why we respect our country so much, is because they were able to sit there, gain independence from Great Britain all the way back then. So the unconstitutionality of saying, oh yeah, we should ban all, these specific types of weapons, which happen to be the most popular weapons in America, especially when the Supreme Court said you can't sit here and ban a weapon that is in constant use, especially like the fucking AR-15, the AK-47, and a lot of fucking semi-automatic pistols that sit here and accept detachable magazines. And shotguns that accept detachable magazines as well. Don't let me forget about that. You see what I mean? It's extremely unconstitutional. It is probably, trying to think of another example, but I truly believe that the one I mentioned about Canada is the best one. But that is just my thought about it. All right. Vote no for the assault weapons ban that Biden keeps proposing, because it keeps getting shot down. If we ever have to sit here and put a fucking vote to it, everybody vote no, obviously. You know what I mean? There's some shit that can't really be passed, because then a great deal of Americans who've committed zero crimes are now criminals. Plain and fucking simple. They're unconstitutionally made criminals. Alright, something I haven't said in this video yet. Y'all like, comment, subscribe, share. Go ahead and hit that bell. Hit all. While you're doing all that, go ahead and subscribe to the podcast channel. Watch those videos. Do the same things for there. Go ahead and subscribe to Adam's channel. do the same things for there as well. Watch all his videos, hit like, all that good shit. Y'all stay safe. Y'all have a great day. Peace.